Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and trying out Believe Beauty by Dollar General. It's actually Dollar General's own makeup line that they had just started maybe about a year ago, within a year. I just honestly thought it was really funny that a dollar store came out with their own makeup line, and you know, I've seen a couple of videos on it, not too much, but I just wanted to check it out and see how it does. So you know, I got a foundation, I got a contour palette, eyeshadow. I basically got enough stuff for a full face. So if you guys want to see how the products did and how I got this look, keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're going to jump right in. I already put on my moisturizer and primer, and as you guys can see, I do have some hyperpigmentation, some under eyes, circles, and baggage, so we're really going to see how well this Believe Beauty foundation and concealer really works. I think it's going to be a good test on my skin because it's pretty messed up right now. Okay, so for the foundation, it is the Believe Beauty foundation in the color Porcelain. I do believe it's the lightest shade that comes in it. There was only maybe 10 shades. Wasn't very huge shade range, but you know, it's Dollar General, so I guess we will see. So it says it's a skin finish foundation, medium to full coverage. That's about it. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised about the packaging. It is a glass container. I really wasn't expecting that. You know, typically with dollar store or drugstore foundations, it's like in a plastic tube or you know, it's just normally not glass. So I actually was pretty surprised about that. I was also surprised that it is made in Germany. I honestly really thought that it was going to be made in China. I mean, not to you know, but I really thought that's where it was going to be made. Does say medium to full coverage, and it's 0.85 fluid ounces, so 25 milliliters. Like compared to my other foundation, let's see. Of course I can't find it, right? And this one's 23, the Makeup Revolution's 23, so there's actually about the same, 25, 23. But alright, let's get started. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It's got a little pump thing. And I'm just going to put a couple of, maybe a pump and a half on my hand. And just dive right in. So, let me get this little mirror right here. So it says it's a skin finish, so I would assume that that would mean it's maybe a little more natural looking, dewy looking maybe. Not as matte normally is what I feel like a skin foundation looks like. It doesn't really smell like anything, which honestly I feel like is good. Like if it had one of those scents that some of the cheaper foundations have, I would already be not happy with it. I hate those fake foundation scents. I feel like they're the worst. Okay, so I mean, so far so good. You can see I only used about a pump and a half, and I checked online and kind of read what it said that it was supposed to do, or how it was supposed to perform, and it did say it was buildable, that you could build it up. But I'm not really a heavy foundation wearer. I do wear foundation every single day. As you saw, I do have that hyperpigmentation. I do like to cover that, but I still don't wear a crazy amount of it. I like to, you know, I have freckles. I like them to show through a little bit. So medium to full coverage is fine for me. I'm really most interested to see how the concealer works out. Okay. I mean, honestly, so far so good. The foundation was $5, and I think on everything, I spent, I think $5 was the most expensive. Other things were $3 something, $4. So $5 was what I tapped out at on price. I think I spent maybe 30 bucks on everything, maybe a little bit more, but nothing crazy. So far so good. Sorry, I'm just looking in this little mirror, so it's a little bit easier for me to apply everything. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It actually, you know, it does have that dewy finish. I didn't use like a glowy moisturizer or anything. I used just a regular moisturizer, and I'm just making sure this is all blended in, but I mean, so far so good. It actually looks really pretty. I mean, for $5. And we're not going to do all like drugstore or cheaper makeup, guys. Like I am going to, you know, review some other more high-end products soon, but I had to try this because I was at that store the other day and I was like, you know what, I've seen a couple YouTubers review this and some products were hit or miss, and I kind of just wanted to see for myself how it was going to go. But yeah, so that's the foundation. So far so good. I mean, it looks pretty good. It did cover up a lot of what I had going on. I mean, you still see some of it coming through, but it's not super horrible. And I do like, because like I have really dry skin, I do really like the more dewy foundation. It's actually pretty cute. Alright, so moving on. We're going to use the Believe Beauty Concealer. Now, one of the things that I did not like about the products and like the display was really cute. I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. But was they all have these security tags on them. I mean, honestly, you know, it's a dollar store, maybe they're worried, you know, but they all have that. So it really does demarcate the whole thing, because like, you know, I like packaging, I like things to look nice, but I mean, maybe if that wasn't there, it would look cute. But okay, so this is a concealer. It says You're Covered Liquid Concealer, 4.5 milliliters, and in the shade Ivory, which again was the lightest shade. They didn't have many shade ranges for this. I honestly felt like this wasn't even going to be light enough, because compared to this, it kind of looks darker. Sorry guys, it kind of looks darker to me. I don't know. It looks a little darker, but let's go in with it and see. So I'm going to do under my eyes and my T-zone, and let's see how it goes. Oh, that's the applicator. But yeah, I can already tell it's kind of pink looking. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it did say Ivory, so that usually is like a more pink undertone, which as you can see I do kind of have that, but I prefer to have a more highlighting concealer instead of like matching my skin tone. But again, doesn't smell like anything. Sorry guys, I like to smell everything. It doesn't really have a smell, but it is more like, it almost looks yellow a little bit. I mean, it might be really hard to see for you guys, but I'm not too like 100% on the color of it, but we're gonna see how it blends out. There is a lot of product on the doe foot. I haven't dipped back in at all, so I'm just kind of like, you saw I had all those marks down there. I'm just trying to cover that up a little bit. And let's blend away and see how this does. Well, it looks like it blended really quick, which is nice, especially because I'm always in a hurry in the morning. I am not a morning person at all. Now, did it say if it was full coverage or anything? I mean, it says You're Covered. I'm assuming they're probably advertising it as a full coverage concealer. I feel like it just kind of disappeared. I don't feel it like highlighted my face at all. But again, the color wasn't, I don't feel like the color was 100% right, but you know, there was only, it was really picked through, so there was a lot of stuff that like I couldn't get, so I just kind of grabbed what I could to get like a full face so I could do a review on it. Definitely not full coverage, because as you can see, you can really see my under eye circles. I mean, is it better than it was before? Sure, definitely. But I do not think, I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay, I guess. I mean, I like it. Maybe if I was like not trying to do like a full, you know, highlight glam look, I would probably maybe use it for like every day. But it definitely didn't. It's definitely not full coverage. I mean, the color's alright. I do feel like it just kind of soaked right into the skin and kind of disappeared at the same time. But who knows? We'll see how the whole look comes out at the end and see how it looks, but I do not feel like it highlighted my under eyes at all, which is what we want. We want to highlight that, make us look a little better. Okay, so the next product that I have from Believe Beauty is the Believe Beauty Setting Powder. Now, this is in the color translucent. I can never say that word. Every time I'm recording, I can't say that word. You guys are going to think I can't talk. Translucent powder. Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder in the color Translucent. So it's 14 ounces. It doesn't say anything else. And again, there is like a security tag under this. It is a plastic container. It says translucent, but it does look a little yellow to me. I don't know if you guys can see that. It doesn't smell like anything. So I'm just going to take some of it and pour it into the cap. And I like that it says blurring powder. Like I've mentioned before in other videos, I like stuff that says blurring, because if it can blur some stuff, I'm down. Alright, so it does look yellow to me. Like, it's supposed to be translucent, but it looks yellow. So I'm just going to dip in with my Moda Glow brush. And we're going to do under the eyes. I'm going to tap off the excess and see how it performs. So I'm going to do one side first and see if I can see like a difference at all. I'm really trying to hope it fills in those fine lines that I have there. It's definitely not translucent because you can see, I feel like I can see it on my skin. I'm just going to go in and kind of do half of it and see how it looks. Okay. I would say you can definitely see a little bit of a difference there. It does look like it filled in some of the fine lines. Like you can see right here, I have these fine lines right here, and on this side they're not as defined. So far so good. Again, it doesn't smell like anything. I mean, if it's a good smell, I don't mind it, but I feel like if it's that like cheap chemically smell that you do smell typically in some, you know, over-the-counter drugstore, over-the-counter brands, they have that, you know, funky smell that you're like, it's like almost intoxicating. This doesn't smell like that, so it does just give me hope. I mean, yeah, I don't really have too many complaints about it. I feel like it helped maybe brighten that area some more than the concealer did, honestly. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. I don't want to go in with too much because, you know, I have dry skin, guys, so I can't do too much setting powder, but let's just make sure. Set the eyelids. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's not bad. So far so good with my face. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of that foundation or the setting powder. I do feel like the setting powder is a little colored. You can kind of see the discoloration a little bit on my skin, but usually, you know, you can kind of bring everything together with other products. Okay, so while that's sitting there, I also got this Believe Beauty, and this doesn't have anything on the back. I tried to peel off that security tag thing when I got it home because I just hate them. They're all over everything, and it took off the whole back of it. But this is a contouring palette, they called it. So it's got the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. And there was 3 different shades: light, medium, dark. This was the light one. So funny story about this. So I purchased this. Sorry guys, my back was sorry. I purchased this, got it home, set everything on the counter, like in the bag, and set it on the counter, and this somehow broke. And I haven't used it yet or anything, but it did break. The bronzer part broke, which I was so sad. I was like, I was really looking forward to this because it is really cute. Like you can see, it was really cute. I liked the shades. The highlighter looks, I mean, I'm hoping is not too dark for me. I mean, we can swatch it a little bit and see. It is really gold. It is really gold, so I'm not sure about the highlighter, but we're going to use it. The blush is cute. So I'm going to try to just go in light with the bronzer so it doesn't, I mean, it does look really nice. But yeah, it broke, and I mean, like I said, I sat it down on the counter, so I don't know what happened there. Okay, so we're going to go in. I'm going to use, this is a Luxie brush, Luxie 512 small contouring brush. So I'm going to try to be, oh wow, it's really powdery. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to try to be really gentle with it. Tap off that excess there. Grab my little mirror. I think it looks darker on camera than it really is in person because it's kind of bright right there, but... And that little contouring palette was $5. The concealer was $4.50. I forgot to tell you guys that. So we're just going to go through and do a little bit of a contour, do our forehead. I mean, I'm interested to see, I've seen mixed reviews on it so far, but honestly, I think my favorite thing so far out of everything I've tried out is the foundation. I actually really liked it. I mean, it feels like nice quality. It like was a little dewy, which if you don't like dewy, then, you know, it's not for you. But I love the dewy feel sometimes because you can go in with, you know, powders later and kind of mattify it, like that setting powder was a matte setting powder. So I'm just getting under my jaw, trying to get rid of that double chin. Not that I really have one, you know. Okay. Just go through a little bit on my nose. I like the color for my skin tone. The color is not too bad. So I'm just trying to go through and blend it in just a little bit so it doesn't look as harsh. I will use a bigger brush after to blend it in with, but I mean, I do like the color. It's hard for me sometimes to find bronzing colors that work pretty good because I'm so light-skinned that, you know, I don't want to use too dark of a bronzer color. So I'm taking this other Moda brush that I have and just kind of take it all in together. I mean, so far so good. Okay. I don't hate it, although it does look a little bit, I don't know if it's just the lighting or not, like I have like dirt on my nose, and you know, we're not trying to do that. So I am going to take my big fluffy brush that I love to use and kind of dust away any excess powder that was underneath my eyes and kind of blend in this contouring. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time contouring because I am trying to get through all the other products that I use. I'm really excited to check out this cute little eyeshadow palette I got. The only thing I was disappointed about that I wanted more of was I wanted to try out their liquid lipsticks, but their shade range that they had available, like I don't know what the other ones were, but you could tell that some were missing, wasn't like anything I was wanting to use, so we'll have to try that next time. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead with my Moda brush and take just a little bit of that bronzer to kind of deepen it some on my cheeks. I'm trying to be careful because it's broken, so I just tried to like pat it in there, but I honestly couldn't believe that with just setting it down, like I didn't throw it, but just setting it down on my counter, it broke like that. I was like, what? And I know it wasn't broke when I bought it, because when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is cute, like maybe we can check that out. And then it broke. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. Okay, so I'm going to take my Chic blush brush. Blush brush. Oh my god. Eventually, guys, I'm going to get this down and not stumble on my words. But the blush as well, like, it's got so much fallout, so I'd be careful of that if you're going to try it out. We add the blush. The blush is a really cute color. I don't hate it. It is super powdery though. Like I know it's powder, but there's so much fallout. Like I have a lot of blushes I use that don't really do that to me. Yeah, it's blush. I don't know. It's not very dark. I don't want to go in too heavy with it, but there's so much fallout from it that I'm wondering if that's why you're not really picking it up. Like, that's a little bit better. Maybe you just gotta build it up some. What I'm really trying to see is, you know, can you really tell at the end of the video that I used, you know, Dollar General products and not something like high-end. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the highlighter on here, which is this kind of gold shade, which I don't typically use a gold highlighter, so I'm really kind of interested into how this is going to go. So the highlighter has less fallout than the rest of the blush and the bronzer did, so maybe that's a good sign. Oh wow, not too bad. It's really showing up, and I barely dipped into it. Not bad for a little $5 contouring palette. Wow, that's nice. I mean, I think that it would look better on someone more warm toned, but I'm more cool toned, so I feel like those types of highlighting colors don't look as good on me. But I mean, it's doing its job, right? Alright. Now I'm just going to take my, you know, favorite brush and blend some of that out. I mean, so far so good. I mean, compared to what I looked like when I first started the video, I didn't have any makeup on. You know, I feel like I can tell a little bit that it's not like my same, you know, quality products that I'm used to using, but I mean, my face looks a lot better. Definitely cleared up a lot of that hyperpigmentation I had. I'm definitely looking, you know, a little more put together. Okay, so for the next thing I'm going to try, I have this Believe Beauty Brow Defining Pencil in the color Dark Brown. So it's just a regular eyeliner pencil, or excuse me, eyebrow pencil, and it does have the little spoolie at the end. Oh. It's got a thicker tip on it than what you would typically see with a brow pencil. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You know, most brow pencils have that really skinnier tip. Like, that's pretty... I don't know. Wish me luck, guys. We're just gonna jump right in. So I just start by outlining my eyebrow a little bit, and then I'm trying to be really light with it because I'm not sure how this is gonna go, so like that. Okay. First impressions on this, it does feel really creamy and soft, which is a good sign. So I always outline and then try to flick some natural looking hairs in there. I am getting better with brows, slowly but surely. Brows have never been like my strongest suit, but I'm starting to like go outside of the box a little bit more. See, on camera that looks super bright, but I honestly think it's the lighting because it's not, I mean, super dark. It's not as dark in person, I feel like. So let's try to blend that out some. I mean, that's not too bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's not my favorite eye pencil. I typically like to use like a pomade or a brow palette. Is typically like what I like to use for brow stuff. But it's really not bad. Let's go through and do the other eye. Sorry, I get like really serious when I'm doing this because one wrong flick and you're all messed up. So I'm just trying to be careful. Everyone does their eyebrows differently, but I just like to outline them and then kind of go through and fill them in. But I'm trying to get better like with the other eyebrow, like my left eyebrow. It's so much easier to do my right one. Alright, so I outlined and now I'm just trying to fill in by lightly pressing. It does seem really like, if I were to press down any harder, like I feel like the whole thing would probably break on me. So I'm not too pleased with the eye pencil. Okay, just trying to blend those in. Make sure they look even. I mean, not too bad. It really didn't take me long, like, so I'm glad, you know, I don't have to fight for it to work anyway, so I guess that's a positive. Okay. Yeah, that's really not bad. I believe this was, I told you guys I was going to do that a lot. That's okay, we're going to leave that there. This was like $4. So, I mean, not too bad. $4 for an eyebrow pencil seems pretty like fair for a, like, you know, drugstore eye pencil. I don't hate the eyebrows. They look pretty good. I do gotta clean one side up, so I'm just getting a mirror out, guys, that I can use since I dropped mine, you know. You know. I'm going to forever drop stuff and stumble on my words. Maybe one day I won't, but for now, that's what we're doing. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I think the color's pretty good. It matches my hair pretty good, and it's the dark brown one. I looked at the, it's, again, you can't, you know, pre-look at things, so that's why I forever love going to, you know, Sephora or Ulta, because you get to just check everything out before you buy it, which is, you know, awesome that we live in that kind of world, you know. Yeah, so I mean, I don't hate it. I do think it's really smudgy. So like barely touching it, you know, it's smudging all around. So I wouldn't say it's the greatest quality, but it works. I mean, my eyebrows, they don't look bad. They look better than when I started, you know. But I do think I have to bring it in just a little bit. So I am going to take this like foundation brush that I have and just kind of soften that right there. I think it smudged out just a little too far. Yeah, that looks better. So just kind of cleaning it up a little bit with my foundation brush. That's what I like to do. Like I don't really like to go through with, you know, concealer like some girls do and fix it that way. I like to just take a bigger brush so I can just go right in. So one thing I will say about that setting powder, it is starting to make me a little bit dry on my forehead, which I don't know if that's just me because I have dry skin or not, but it is. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the eyeshadow palette. It's really cute. It comes with 6 shades. This is what it looks like. And these packages are all plastic, like they're super plasticky. But that is the palette. You can tell I went through and like kind of touched them earlier. So it's hard to pick up on camera, but this one and this one are matte shades, and the rest of them are all like, sorry guys, glitter or metallic. So I liked the color story. It's pretty cute, you know, it's basic like nude palette. Doesn't really say anything on it either. It's another one of those deals. But so I noticed that it doesn't have like a transition shade in it. So instead of I think I'm going to use the bronzer from this other palette to transition with. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so I'm going to take that bronzer a little bit, and it is pretty dusty, so I'm hoping I don't have too much fallout, and go ahead and set that down in the crease, just so we have some kind of something before we go into like that super dark color that's on there. And I did forget one step. I do love those light beige colors. I'm going to go in with that one and put it on my lid to kind of set my lid first. Sorry guys, I'm a hot mess today. Hot Mess Express coming at you. But at least I'm keeping it real. Okay. So I always, like, I love the palette to have that shade in it because it's just the perfect shade to like kind of set your eyes with before you start, you know, layering up eyeshadows. So I'm just using that bronzer from earlier and putting that in my crease to just get us a good transition shade down. I mean, it works pretty good for that. I'm only using a little bit though because it is super dusty, but I think you always find that with cheaper eyeshadows, bronzers, any kind of cheaper powder, that they are more dusty and have a lot more fallout than the quality ones do. Alright. A little bit more. I'm interested to see how that dark matte color and how the shimmer and glitters work. I mean, honestly, say you know, we're trying to do something quick, even go on a plane, traveling somewhere. These are super tiny. Like, they will all fit into one little small makeup bag. So, I mean, if this stuff works great, you could use it. I don't see why not. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use that dark color right there, and I'm going to put that on like my outer corner and my crease a little bit, kind of pack it on there. So far so good. I do say that the color looks different on my eye. Sorry about that guys, little technical difficulty. Okay, so I'm still going in with that middle shade right here, this one. I'm packing that all over my eye, on the corner and everything, with just a flat eyeshadow brush. So I gotta say, as my makeup is sitting here, it really doesn't look like I'm wearing much of anything, which to some people, you know, you might like that, but like you can barely see the bronzer, and I mean I put 2 levels of bronzer on, but you can barely see it. My eyes, you can still see my dark circles, so I'm not super impressed with that yet. Eyeshadow, so far so good, not too bad. Let's start to blend this in a little bit and see how that does. Definitely looks a little patchy. I mean, I like the color, it does match my shirt. I was trying to do that. But as soon as you start blending, it kind of really faded. So, you know, I mean, I paid $5 for the eyeshadow palette. I mean, I get it. I wanted to try it all because, you know, I thought it was hilarious that they started with their own makeup brand. I'm like, since when does the dollar store have their own makeup brand? We gotta check this out. But I'm starting to see that, you know, there's a reason why we buy high quality products, ladies. Or most of us. I mean, you know, if you can't, no big deal. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of lash glue still on my eyes. I mean, it blended okay. It kind of took the color right out of it, I feel like. Okay, so we're going to go in with a different color. I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. It does have a little bit of like a metallic look to it. I'm going to put that kind of right here and see how that does. I mean, you can see the metallicness of it. I really feel like that other color kind of disappeared a little bit. Like, where'd it go? Like, it's there, but it's not like that maroony, like, red, like dark red kind of color anymore. Alright, so we're just going to blend that a little bit. It's alright, I guess. Okay, so we're going to grab a different brush. Which one do I want to use? Sorry guys. Okay, so I'm going to use this little flat brush, and we're going to go in, and I did notice this doesn't have a mirror, but we're going to go in with this shade right here, which is like the most glittery one, and we're going to put that on the inner part of the lid and see how that does. Ooh, that's really pretty. I mean, honestly, you know, we typically know that most of the glitter shades are a little easier to do than the mattes. The mattes is really where you get to see how the formula is and if it's good or not, and if they're going to blend or look patchy or fade. I mean, that looks cute. Doesn't look bad. Let's see. I'm just using that same Luxie blending brush duo. And again, so when I start blending these, they kind of just disappear, I feel like. As soon as I start blending, they're like gone. They are no more. So I'm going to try to go in with a little bit more of that glitter shade really quick, just to see if I can get, maybe try packing it on instead of wiping it on. I mean, it's there, but it's like not there, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, it's okay. Just gonna clean up this edge right here with that foundation brush that I like to use. Okay, so we're going to take some of those colors and bring them down on the lower lash line to see if we can salvage any more of this eyeshadow. Salvage the look here. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it's just you're not getting as much payoff as you would with, like, you know, quality stuff, which I mean is to be expected, but you know, drugstore brands have really been stepping their game up. Like, you know, I have this Milani concealer that I use that is only $3 more than this one, and like it looks like night and day, to be honest. Night and day. So I took that brown shade and that like red shade, and I'm just kind of blending them in together on the lower lash line just to create some deepness to the look a little bit. Taking it in my crease a little, just trying to make it look a little cohesive, you know. Clean that up a little bit. And then take this little blending brush that I have, just kind of blend it a little bit, just to not make it look as harsh. I mean, when you do put mascara on the lower lash line, I feel like that really kind of brings everything together. So that's that for the eyeshadow. I mean, not too bad. I mean, it looks cute. You could get away with it. I'm not hating it. Okay, so I'm going to hop off camera really quick and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the other eye done. Again, my same thoughts on the eyeshadow. I feel like, you know, it's a cute little nude palette, but it honestly, the mattes do not really blend that well. They kind of disappear once you start blending them. The colors are okay. I mean, it's a nude little palette. It's cute. It doesn't look super bad, you know, but it's not, it doesn't perform that well. But okay, moving on. So now we're going to try the High Drama Fiber mascara. This is what it looks like in the color Intense Black. So it claims to, this is the like the little package it came in. It claims to have a false lash effect. Well, guys, I said that without messing it up. Look at me go. High Drama Fiber Mascara delivers instant fullness to lashes with a false lash effect. A customized fiber brush helps to create length while soft fibers add volume and fullness for a dramatic show-stopping effect. Ooh. The luxurious formula gives the false lash look without the messy glue application. And for the record, I read all of that without messing it up one time. Okay, so let's show you the wand really quick. It is a little, like, feels like cheap packaging because, you know, again, this was like $5. Ooh, I don't mind the wand. That's not bad. A little straight little wand there. Alright, so let's check it out. So, just really quick, guys, I didn't see, they were out of stock on the eyeliners, so I just want to use strictly Believe Beauty products in this video, so I'm not going to go in with eyeliner, because they did have some. I believe they had pencil and liquid, but they were out, so I didn't want to mess up the authenticity of this, because I wanted to use just those products. First impressions, it does feel rather dry. It does feel really dry. And it is messy. It's getting all over the place. What was I thinking? No. Alright, let's try again. It does feel really, really dry. I'm used to a more not as dry. Let's try to clean that up really quick. I'm just going to use the spoolie from that eyeliner and see if it'll pick it up. Eyebrow liner. Eyebrow pencil. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad. You guys can see. It's not horrible. Do the lower lash line. I think I've definitely used a worse mascara. Like, I hate the like plastic applicator mascaras. I'm not a big fan of those, so I do like that it's not like that, but this is like second coat, third coat in right now. I mean, if this was all that you had to work with, it's the only store nearby, I mean, you could make it work if you had to. You could definitely make it work. Would I recommend it? Maybe not. I mean, it's not horrible. I like how it did the lower lash line better than I liked the top. It's got the, you know, like a wide brush, so I like that it's like, you know, wide enough to get kind of all of the lower lashes. I really like how it did for my lower lashes. I might just use it just for that. Sorry guys, so you're gonna learn that I love mascara, so like I go in with mascara. I want my eyelashes to be crazy looking without having to put on false lashes all the time because I'm not a false lash pro, but I promise I am working on it. I'm gonna, you know, continue to step out of my box with those. But that's the mascara. I mean, it's really not too bad, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then we'll be right back with the last product that I have from Believe Beauty. Okay, so both sides lashes are done with the mascara. I mean, honestly, it's okay. It did, like, bring the eye look together. I do like the eye look a little bit better now. There you go. But I do like the eye look a little bit better. I do feel the mascara brought it all together. I mean, it's really not horrible, but I will have to say I had to put like 100 coats on it to get it to look like that. So, I mean, I guess you get what you pay for with this guy. So, the last thing that I got from them was, like I was telling you guys earlier, I wasn't able to get a liquid lipstick, but they did have some regular lipstick, and they call it Satin-Crush Lipstick, and this is in the color Moroccan Spice. Again, like, all of this is all stickers from security labels that were on it, so everything would look, I feel like, cuter, because it almost has, like, KKW vibes a little bit, like of how the packaging is. It's kind of got that funky shape. I feel like the packaging would look a lot cuter if they didn't put all those tags all over it. It makes me so mad because I like packaging. I like things to look nice and cute, and like, you know, that's why most of us, we like to buy the higher end products because they pay attention to detail for those things. But moving on. So this is the color Moroccan Spice. It's like a nude color. I figured since I was going with the nude eyeshadow palette that I would stick with a nude lipstick. So I do have this Bite Beauty lip liner, and it's a nude color, so I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with that a little bit because I didn't notice any lip liner, which they may have some, I just didn't see it. I'm just going to line a little. I always say I'm going to do a little and then I load it on there. Alright. I don't typically use lipstick a lot anymore because I really love liquid lipstick, but let's see. Not too bad. First impressions, it's really creamy. You know, my favorite is liquid lipstick, so I'm not a big fan of regular lipsticks, but it's really not bad. I don't mind the color. It is a nice nude. Or a nude that works for like me, you know, like my kind of nude. Yeah, I mean, it's really cute. It's not bad. I don't mind it. But alright, that is everything, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, that is everything, you guys. So, you know, we did the foundation, the concealer, setting powder, eyeshadow, contouring palette, mascara, eyebrow pencil, you know, pretty much a full face minus like maybe setting spray. I didn't see any of that either. Like, I know they had that, but again, the display was kind of mangled, so I really didn't get like everything, you know, which I was trying to do. But I mean, honestly, final thoughts. I mean, I do look better than when we started the video. As you guys can see, like, it did, you know, do a little bit of its job. But I will say about this guy, the contour kit, I do feel like you can't, like, the only thing I can see is the highlighter. I would say that the highlighter is really cute. It worked. It does its job. Highlighters, I think, are a little easier to do than, like, you know, bronzers and the mattes. But I barely see any of the contour at all, and I like double layered it, so you'd think that I would see that. The blush either is really not showing up barely at all. It is a light color, but I mean, I'm really fair skinned. You would see it. I feel like it's like disappeared. So moving on. Foundation. I actually did like the foundation. I felt that it was very light on my face. It didn't feel very heavy or cakey, and for me, I like a lighter foundation like that, but I also want it to be full coverage, so I guess I kind of want the best of both worlds. I didn't mind that for $5. The concealer, where did I put that guy? I don't know where I put it, but I didn't like it. Honestly, I have like, you can still see everything. And you see all those fine lines right there too. That just tells me that this setting powder, flop, not any good. I mean, honestly, it'll do the job. Like, I think I look good. I think I look pretty. Like, if this is all that you could do, I think that it would work. If you were on a budget, or, you know, it was the only store around and you were trying to save face and, you know, look better, it works. I do feel pretty. I do feel, you know, that it does the job for what you're paying for it. So I would say you definitely get what you pay for with this line. But, you know, I just wanted to keep it real with you guys. I know there's a few people out there that are sponsored from Dollar General that have done a few videos, and, you know, they've claimed a lot of the products worked really well, and, you know, maybe their experience was a little different than mine, but I have to say that I'm not impressed with everything. I do like the lipstick. The lipstick's really cute. I think the eyeshadow did come out really nice. So I have to say, like, with the matte colors, they kind of, like, they went on nice, but then once I started blending them, they kind of disappeared. So, like, it was like it wasn't there anymore. Like, because I put a lot of that red color on there, and it kind of just went away, you know. The glitter shade was nice. I did add some to my inner corner and in my brow bone. I do think that the eyeshadow look came out cute. Like, it's a nice natural glam look for every day. You could go to work, do whatever. I mean, I like it. It's cute, but it's not something that I would buy again. I wouldn't continue to use it. Like the mascara, like, it's okay. Again, I had to put like 100 coats on it to get this, which it worked after doing that, but I mean, not everybody has the time to sit there and work at it like that. And I love mascara, so I probably would definitely not purchase this again. My favorite product out of everything, I have to say, was the foundation, for sure. And the lipstick. I really don't mind the lipstick. So those two, totally worth it. This was $3.50. This was $5. I definitely would not recommend the contour palette or the concealer or the setting powder. No go for me. But alright guys, that is it for today's, but that's the setting powder, by the way. It just went everywhere. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review on Believe Beauty by Dollar General. Stay tuned. I will be posting some more videos soon, and if you guys liked watching me, please subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.